These are nothing specific wallpapers, which is what I'm interested in. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So we have this guy right here. We've got this one. We've got this guy right here. And at the bottom, we also have some experimental features. Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video, we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the Nothing Phone 2. Now, this is in the dark gray color. So let's dive in and get started. Now, the box looks like this, as you can see. And on the side, there's a red tab. Now, apparently, it is designed to be unboxed this way. So we're going to pull the tab. And then what you can do is you can remove this, and the actual phone comes out of the box. It's in a white box. So once you remove that outer cover, inside you have this white box that has a book design, and then you can unbox it, and inside you can see the Nothing Phone 2, which is right here, again in dark gray color. And then over here we do have a unique looking USB Type-C cable with also an extremely unique SIM card ejector tool. And then over here we do have a bunch of booklets. So that's basically all you get in the box: the phone, the cable, SIM ejector tool, and the user guide. All right, so let's pull up the main dish. We have a little pull tab here. We can pull this out. Okay, we're gonna do a full tour of this. Put this to the side. Let's dive in. All right, so real quick observation. Without a doubt, this phone looks absolutely beautiful. The rear over here is a glass finish. It's not a matte finish, it's a glass finish, which kind of makes sense because we have this Glyph interface. We're going to be talking about all that in a second. Let's quickly look at the cameras. So we have a main 50 megapixel camera and also a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera. You can see here we have the flash, and that's for the cameras. Also, there are some things here that looks like buttons, but they're actually just interfaces underneath the glass. But again, a truly unique and beautiful design without a question. Now on the side, again, this is what I like to see. We have a matte finish. Okay, so let's come close here. So if I rotate this just a little bit against the light, you can see we have a matte finish and we have two buttons, volume up and volume down. Now on the top, nothing happening here except for that microphone on the corner. And then on this side, we have the power button. Let's bring that closer. Here's the power button, nice flat design. And then on the rear, we have the speaker, we have the USB Type-C port, we have the SIM card tray, and also we have that little hole in the middle of both, which is also a little microphone. So that's basically what we have around the device. Now what I want to do is I want to actually turn this on and set this up for the very first time. All right, so just a quick word on the build quality. So back here we have Gorilla Glass 5. That is an older version of Gorilla Glass. We do have an aluminum frame around the phone. So the build quality is not going to be up to par compared to a flagship smartphone. This is not a flagship. That's why the price is low. So they do have to make some sacrifices to make that happen. Regardless, it does look beautiful. And older Gorilla Glass 5 is still pretty tough. All right, so when you turn on the phone for the very first time, this is what you see. And then you tap on the arrow, okay, and then it says connect to a mobile network. If you have a SIM card, I'm going to skip this for now, but I will connect to the Wi-Fi, so let's go for 5G. By the way, this here is the keyboard, so I'm going to tap on connect. Now it is getting the phone ready. Let's wait a couple seconds here. And then you have the option to copy apps and data, transfer them over. I'm going to say don't copy. I'm going to set up a brand new phone. All right, next we're in the Google login screen. Let's get that done. All right, so we're going to say I agree. That is all done. And then we have the Google services. I'm just going to keep them default for now. Tap on accept. It wants me to set up a PIN number. So let's do that right now. Let's pick a basic PIN number for this video. All right. And now I have to set up the fingerprint unlock. Now we do have a under display fingerprint sensor for this phone. So let's tap on setup and set at least one. So it says hold to start. I'm going to do that right now. Okay. And as I'm doing it, I can see that this is an optical fingerprint sensor. So that's another cost they had to cut. This is not an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that you find on the latest phones, on the flagship phones. But again, it does work pretty well. As you can see, now I'm going to feed my edges. It is reading and registering very quickly, and I like the animation that it's given me. All right, so far, so good. There we go. it says fingerprint has been added. So I can add another one, or I can just tap on next. Let's do that right now. Don't show anything on the lock screen for security. I'm going to tap on done. Do you want to continue setup? I'm going to say yes. Let's see what else it's going to ask me. So this is just Google Assistant stuff. I'm going to skip this, and of course we can change the wallpaper and text and all that stuff. No thanks. So it looks like that was what it was asking me to do. Agree to the terms. I'm going to disable these for now. Oops, let's go back here. Disable, tap on next. Quick tutorial on the system navigation. I'm going to skip this because it's just as any other Android phone. And there we have it. It says Nothing OS 2.0. It is slowly loading up the screen, as you can see. So nothing more, nothing less. Tap on next. All right. We have that Glyph interface. We're going to look at that in a second on the back. It says meet the new Glyph interface, a new way to interact with your phone. So let's see what it's talking about. I'm going to tap on next. And then it says unique Glyph patterns indicate who is calling. Okay, that's fine. Essential notifications also come from the Glyph. Let's see if something is happening on the back. So it's not showing me what's happening on the back, just on the software on the front. But I'm going to tap on next again. We have a Glyph timer interface, and then choose your visual style. So I can go with nothing interface or the default Android interface. Let's just stick with the nothing interface since this is a nothing phone. So we're going to tap on finish setup, and that should dump us into the home screen. There you have it, guys. That's the home screen of nothing. Of course, it is fully customizable, but I like what I'm seeing so far. Now, one thing I'm going to do real quick for this video is I'm going to go from the dark theme to the regular theme. So I'm going to go to the settings here. Okay, it looks like a couple things are happening here. I'm going to tap on the settings, which are at the bottom. If I pull this again, right here, settings. Let's go to display. This is what it looks like with the regular black theme. So if I go to display, I'm able to turn off the dark theme, and then that's what I get. Now, once I make this modification, I want to let you know on the outside, things change as well. So all the tiles, all the apps also became slightly white. Let me show that to you one more time. If I do the dark theme and go outside, it's all going to be dark. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to prefer this over that. But for the video, we're going to be at the regular appearance. So as you can see, again, it's going to look a little bit different when I go up as well. Now let's go back to display. I want to quickly talk about the display here, and we will come back to the Glyph interface within a second, okay? But back in the display, you can see that we have a 120 Hertz display refresh rate available. So I can do dynamic, high, or standard. That's 60, 120, automatic. And the display size is 6.7 inches, and also the maximum display brightness for outdoor conditions, if you enable adaptive brightness, is going to be up to 1000 nits of brightness, okay? And you are able to go up to 1600 nits for HDR peak pixel brightness. But mostly it is going to be that 1000 nits of display in outdoor conditions that's more relevant. So again, nothing dramatic, but it's pretty good. And of course, it's going to be a 6.7 inch display with a resolution of 2412 by 1080. So it is full high definition plus, but it is not quad high definition plus. Looks like from here we can also change the status bar on the top. I can show the internet speed, which is going to show up right there. I can show the battery percentage, and always show icon when we are in the vibrate mode, which we are not right now, but you can modify the status bar as you can see. Then we probably have navigation bar somewhere as well. But back over here, one more thing I'm going to look at is the wallpaper. So let's see what kind of wallpapers we get. So customization, wallpaper and style. I'm going to tap on change. And I can tell you right now, the phone feels very smooth, by the way. It does have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 Plus processor. And you can get up to 12 gigabytes of RAM. So performance is not going to be a problem. Mostly it's going to be how they tweak the software. But so far, feels great. Okay? Okay, so these are just the regular Google wallpapers. These are nothing specific wallpapers, which is what I'm interested in. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So we have this guy right here. We've got this one. We've got this guy right here. Okay, that looks really nice. So that's the darker version. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, very nice. This one looks interesting right here. So that's good. Let's set that up. Tap on OK. home and lock screen. Okay, there we go. Let's quickly check the fingerprint sensor speed. Let's see, double tap to shut. Okay, nice animation by the way. Oh, super fast. So double tap, super fast. Let's do it one more time. Very good. This here is the weather app, by the way. You tap on this one, goes in the weather app. Everything is customized and modified. I love the way this looks, so that's great. Now let's see what's going on with the Glyph interface. So I'm going to go to the settings here. I'm going to go to the Glyph interface, and it looks like we can do a whole bunch of things. I can change the brightness of the Glyph interface. The Glyph lights can be turned on and off. The ringtones, it says more than sound. Customize and instantly recognize who's contact you with fun light patterns. So I have a default ringtone. Let's see if it's going to ring or not. Let's see. All right, so you can get a preview. This is the best part of this phone. So let's look at this one. That's the. All right, let's do that's the ripple. We got the pulse. All right, and then we have the wings. Great, let's increase the volume a little bit here. Go over, that's the dolphin. Then we've got Anna. So that's the Glyph interface for ringtones. Let's go back. Going back, you can do the similar thing with notifications. So these are ringtones, these are notifications. So I can, the default sound for all apps, or I can add specific apps to use specific Glyph interface notifications. Let's look at the options. So currently it says OI. So I'm going to tap on it. Let's see. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to tap on this and you can see the Glyph on the back. Okay, so that's how you preview each one of these interfaces. So that's great. Let's look at this one. Okay, very nice. Now you can disable the Glyph and just go for sound only if you want to save some battery. But what's the point? That's why you bought the phone, for the Glyph interface. Here is another one. All right, pretty cool. And as you scroll down, you can see you have all these different options you can use. For the charging, you have this option. So as you charge your phone, the Glyph at the bottom of the phone in the back right here is going to show you as your phone fills up and goes to 100% battery life. So all these things are customizable under the Glyph menu. Now the initial photos that I took with the camera appear to be pretty good. This is not a flagship camera, but it is a very good camera. And you can see it produces some detailed shots with both the 50 megapixel ultra wide and the main. Now beyond that, back in the menu, we have, like I said, we have the Glyph interface for customization. We have other customization options. We have the lock screen and AOD customization in here. Okay, so you can see all the options that we have. We can change the lock screen shortcuts, as you can see. Button left, button right can be modified for any app or other features. And then at the bottom, we also have this customization screen. The wallpaper and style, home screen layout, icon packs can be changed from here, as you can see. But we also have the home screen layout, so app grids can be changed, as you can see. So a lot of customization features here, and the rest of the phone just looks like any other Android phone, including the overall layout of the menu. And at the bottom, we also have some experimental features. So that's great, couple of extra options. All right, so that's great. So overall, Nothing Phone 2 seems to be a great phone. This is not a flagship. This is a mid-range phone. It does have a great processor. And if it wasn't for this Glyph interface right here, there really is nothing special about this phone. So when you're buying this phone, you want to make sure that you want that Glyph interface. And the Glyph interface has two benefits, in my opinion. That's the fact that you can customize it, and the fact that it just looks so nice. Okay, this is a real interface. It is not a case you put on your phone, so that gives it additional appeal. But if this was just flat, like any other phone, this would be no different than any other mid-range smartphone. And of course, you do get a unique visual look, but Android phones allow you to make this look if you wanted to anyway on any Android smartphone. So that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.